Hi, my name is Rosalind Bell and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new to Apple products, social media and looking to learn new skills, then you're in the right place. Today's video is called Taking Photos with iPhone, and I'm going to run you through on my camera how to use the Apple Camera application on your iPhone. So let's move over to my phone and get started. So firstly, I'm just going to go into Utilities and Settings, and I'm going to scroll down until I find the camera. I'm just going to show you a few options before we get started. So if you go into the camera, you'll see that the second one down, it says grid, and I've got mine checked to green. So you'll notice as we go through the video, when you see my screen, I'm taking a picture, it's got the grid lines on it, which gives me the options to use the 2/3 rule of photography if you're familiar with that. So I find that quite useful. Now you'll also see that I've got my record video at 1080p times 60 frames per second. Now you'll see other options there, and if you have a different model you'll see different options as well, but you should definitely have the 1080p times 60 frames per second in your phone too. Now one other thing I'm going to show you is in your utilities, next to settings, you'll see measure. Now if you go into there, it's like a spirit level, and you can actually see that you're level when you're taking a picture. Now this is also a very useful thing. And on the same theme, if we go into camera and we're looking down, say we're photographing some food on a plate and we're looking straight down, we make sure we get that cross dead center. We know that we're taking a level picture. So now I'm going to go into the camera and I'm just going to have a look through the options at the bottom. You've got panoramic view, you've got square, you've got portrait, you've got a photo, video, slow-mo, and the last one is time-lapse. So back to photo, and we've got the subject in the screen, and we push the white button down and we hold it. It will keep taking pictures. This is very useful if, for example, you want to take a picture of an action shot, but you don't want a video, you just want one picture. So you can go back into your photos and find the 8-burst picture that you've taken and scroll through until you find the one that you like. Once you've found one, you can click in that little circle at the bottom right. Check that box and then you can just save that one and discard the others. So click on the camera to go into the camera app, and you'll see here I'm going to do a pano. It's going to go from left to right because that's the way the arrow is pointing. If I click on it, then I can go the other way if I choose. So I've just panned across and you'll see I managed to get everything in that one photo. So now I'm just going to film some slow-mo. Just filming my dog just having a wander. And the thing to remember with slow-mo is that the beginning and the end of the clip will still be in normal. So this is a replay. Now she goes into slow motion. And then just at the end, you'll notice that she goes back into normal speed. Just coming to the end of the clip now. There she goes. So now here I'm filming a time lapse. Obviously this is something you might want to use with a sunset or a sunrise. That's probably the best use for it. Just here a little, if you blink you'll miss it, so it's very quick. So just replay. There we go, she's gone. Now the next thing is the HDR, the high definition. Now I normally like to work with this on all the time because when you take a picture with it on, it gives you two pictures, one with a high def on and one without. So I normally like to leave it on. You can't really see much difference here in the one I've taken with Aston, but if you look at the one taken with me, that's with it and then that's without it. So there's a huge difference using it, and you always get two pictures, so it's always worth leaving it on just in case to see which one you like. So depth effect. This is something in portrait mode and can be used on a selfie or animal, and what it does, it actually gives you a blurry background on your subject. You have to be within 8 feet of the subject, and I'm clicking on Aston's face here to make her the subject, and you can see it's in depth effect at the moment, and as I move around I move in and out, so just keep moving till you get it exactly right, and the leaves in the background will be going blurry. Once I get in position, she's moving, which isn't helping, but I just took one then. You'll notice that the leaves in the background are nice and blurry, so that's depth effect. Now if you want to be in the picture and you don't have someone to take it for you, you can use the button at the top, which is the timer. You can set it for 3 seconds or 10 seconds and run back and get in the picture. And also the other thing at the top right, you can use the filters. So before you've taken a picture, you can put a filter on it. So just pick one that you like if you want to use one, and then just click the white button. Now there are a whole host of different applications you can get from the App Store to amend your photos, but here I'm just going to show you what Apple has. So if you click on the edit button at the top right once you're in the photo, it will give you all the options. So we're going to use the one at the bottom right, which is the cropping tool. So if we click on that, we get the handles at the 4 corners of the picture, and we can move it and rotate it if we didn't actually take a straight picture, or if we want to make it crooked deliberately. We can also pick those handles up and move the picture in to get rid of any unwanted background, and we can also flip the picture if we want to show it the other way round. Now moving to the left, the next one is your filters. So if you click on that, it will give you varying different options you can add as a filter. If you put the filter on and you hold your finger down, it will show you what the original picture was, and you can compare it now to if you have the filter on, so you can decide whether you prefer it or not. Now if we move to the next icon, this is where we can fine tune our photos. We can add light, we can add shadows, we can add shade, we can make it warmer, we can add colour. So just click on each of the icons above and move the slider from side to side until you see the effect it's having on the photo. And also remember, you can click the screen to see what the original photo looked like, and you can see the amendments that you're making if they're making the picture better or you don't like them, so you can discard them. So just keep scrolling, see all the different options available to you, and once you've got your picture where you want it, you can then save it. So this final button is the one you can use to draw or write on your photo. So in the top right, click the 3 buttons to get this screen, and then click on the markup. This will bring up your choice of pens and pencils you can use to draw and write. So click the pen you want, and you can also amend the thickness or the thinness of the line. You can also change the colour of the pen you're going to use, just clicking the colour palette. So once you've selected your implement and the colour, then just start typing on the screen. And also at the top there's a undo button and a redo button to change any errors that you've made. And then once you're finished, just click done and it'll save the picture. When taking a photo, I always have my flash button turned off, as you can see on the top left, and I manually do the exposure. If you click your finger where you want the emphasis on the picture to be and get your yellow square, you can slide your finger up and down to create the exposure that you want for each individual picture. Firmly holding your finger down will lock the exposure. So that was a basic quick run through of the camera application on your iPhone. So now you're able to take a picture and a video and amend it. Also on your iPhone, the volume button on the left hand side, the up and down key, that can also be used to take a picture. So if you're holding your camera in an awkward position, quite often I've tried to take a picture by pushing the middle button at the bottom and it doesn't work, but I can reach the volume buttons. So just to be aware that you can use those buttons as well if you don't have the remote. And also there's your headphones. If you plug your headphones in, you can use the volume buttons on that to take a photo as well. So if you have it on a tripod, for example. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video and got value out of it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the notification bell so you'll receive an email when I've next uploaded video to YouTube. So thanks again for watching, and until next time.